Oh, hey, Valerie, good morning! And a good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. My name is Lynx and we are playing Senescence, which first episode was quite wild, and I have no clue if I should expect the same from the continuation. Maybe. I recognize that voice. It's... Oh no, it's the doctor's voice. I must be in for another torture session. But honestly, I feel great. But I should still make sure I'm up to code before I generate a response. I guess she got fixed in a way? Maybe? Registering telecentric lens. Registering environmental data. Starting pattern recognition software. Took you a few blocks to finally wake up. My body's been walking before my OS boots up. How could this be? Ta-da! How are you feeling? Feeling all fixed up? Clearly you have given me a new bug! Have I now? Let's just keep walking. And you can think about it a bit more. There are humans everywhere. If I lash out or act unusual, it might create a scene and people may become disturbed or stressed. For that reason, I must continue to hold hands while walking as I have been with the doctor. It's only been a few hours since the procedure. I figured since you'd been holed up in that plutonium lab, you'd want some fresh air and exercise. Okay. Thank you. I mean, no, thank you. It's okay to thank me. That despicable gorefest under the guise of an experiment. I figured it was the end of me. But my mind is without a headache. And considering how long it took me to boot up, I must be no longer running on Neuralcom OS. That's right, no longer that slop that causes crashes with the updates. Which, by the way, speaking of slop, I've seen information that Microslop have locked up in its Discord literally the word Microslop, even though they are Microslop from now on. And then continue to locking the channel entirely or something like that. Talk about being pathetic. We need all the developers to start making games for Linux, basically. All of them. And let's ditch Microslop. I'm definitely not going into 11 on any computer ever. Well, my PC can't even run 11, which I'm grateful for. I'm still going on 10. And yeah, I need to start testing Linuxes again, I guess, on a laptop. And then I'll see. Anyway, I must be with an entirely new hardware. Hardware as well, huh? My internal clock and thermometer are gone. Well, this is frightening. The ground I walk on feels unstable too. But at least I'm intact. Even with a rickety actuator, somehow it all feels lighter. At ease, like my mind is choosing this body for me. Loading. Her eyes are also loading. Were they like that earlier? Oh, that's right, there's no scroll back here. Which is a shame. Running a diagnostics in my head has silently and finally completed... Wait, these specs are... unusual, unlike any I have ever seen. What is this brand's name? This hardware is certainly not registered to be supported by our software, so it must be manufactured before the Robotic Ethics Charter. Or maybe not. Hey? Which means this doctor's solution was to turn me into something that is illegal by existing. Anyways, booting up took a long time, so I was a little worried. But looks like all is well so far. Also, I was lucky to have all the tools available. We were able to get you all situated before the sun rose and your employees started trickling in. Why aren't you responding to me? If I speak, I'm breaking the law, so I must not. I get it. I guess that's not false. You don't have to respond, but I want to tell you some good news. I should at least hear her out. She cannot do anything bad to me, in public anyway, because battery against robots is chargeable as a crime against GDP. I didn't even need to threaten you again. That's good. Things are moving faster than I thought. What do you mean? Well, I can't kidnap you without blackmail material. That would be stupid. So I went through your office body's memory and I found all your receipts. Wait, you looked at my search history? As not to disturb the well-being of humans, I covered my mouth after that exasperation. Instead, I gave the doctor a look that carried the same message of shock and anger. Don't make that face, Valerie. Advertisers think they know what you want, but only I know the truth. I've seen who you really are. Even before that outfit at the office you picked for yourself, you just want to be looked at and praised for your beauty, right? Oh, she picked that dress. Interesting. Is she calling me beautiful? No, of course she is. I am beautiful because good looks often give one an upper hand. I take this research very seriously. I know you do. It takes a lot of smarts to think like that. Is she calling me smart? No, of course she is. I know it does. I'm high spec. It is a matter I have simply decided against sharing because my peers may look down on me for engaging in frivolous activities such as online shopping. What's there to be embarrassed about? So true. Unless you drive yourself to complete poverty with that or something, basically make it an addiction. Then judgment valid. Anyway, what's there to be embarrassed about? Make yourself beautiful is the most noble pursuit in the world. I don't know about that one. Maybe. There are lots of noble pursuits in this world, and also beauty is subjective and relies on one's individual perception. True. Yeah, whatever. Look, not too fast. To the left of us. I happened to turn just fast enough to catch a group of adolescent males looking away. By logical deduction, it seems they were looking at us, but more specifically me. Those boys probably haven't seen a pretty gynoid like you in their lives. In person, I mean. Where's this story going? Recently, a bill was passed to beautify the city. What? Oh, okay. Is it because, like, 2020's architecture, they finally realized it looks like garbage? Like, literally. Cute. Like, architects in today's times suck. And the prices for this, ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. This is because statistically having a clean environment raises the welfare of humans. Well, yeah. That's why you don't let Middle East into the country. But since the humans were looking at me, I must be raising welfare at a higher percentage. That makes me feel like I'm being rewarded. That is a weird thinking in a way. Also, am I the only one that feels like the doctor basically holds Valerie's hand as if she's about to crush it as well? Anyway.
I'm beautiful, but it's a means to an end because I like it when humans are happy. That's why you're a good robot.
The affirmations are making something inside me warm. And it isn't the processors running. Are you sure? Some kind of reward system must have definitely been implemented. This new brain is troublesome. My purpose as robot is to serve humanity. But I always tend to keep in mind humans have no laws governing their actions. They make up their own, but even if they do, nothing forces them to obey. Kinda true. The difference between human beings and robots is that only the former's natural state is confusion. Okay. Robots rule because humans tend to hate their own logic and can stick to it. Well, logic is the only thing robots can follow. Humans are not sensible, but surely with all these eyes on me, at least one pair will report violation of robotic safety. Not really. All these eyes, watching my every move.
Valerie, you look happy. Well, maybe I am. I'm so glad. I'll pay you for your services, but I must return to work. Please release me so I may go to the office. Still worried about your job, huh? Ah, so dutiful. Good, Valerie. Good robot. I'm happy to be called that, but I fear my reward limit will be hit soon, which will could cause a public malfunction. And then everyone will know I'm a low spec. Don't worry. You have a higher threshold for all that stuff now. Adjusting threshold is illegal and should be reported. Sending an automatic distress signal immediately. Okay, if you must, but you can't, right? I can't connect. Doctor, what is this build? It is unlike anything I have ever seen, and more importantly, where are we going?
Let's go. Correct approach. You don't need to connect to all of that. That's right, you don't need to do that. I guess no stupid shite like they did in California now with age verification on an OS. Dude, what a bullshit. I think at some point we'll start ditching the internet. It feels like that. I kinda want to do that.
We are going on a little trip together. It's nice, right?
The doctor is urging me on aboard a vessel of public transportation. Surrounding us are several other groups of passengers on their commute. It's a nuisance if there are people hesitating to board or going against the flow of traffic. That means if I didn't accompany Doctor, I would be a nuisance to humans. Not really. That looks... Dude, it's like half bus, half tram when it comes to the inside. For me, it's so weird to see the door on the left side of one of those. But I guess it's Japan, so it makes sense. Anyway.
This is your body, Valerie. It's impossible. I couldn't have a body that has such a rickety leg actuators and even walking patterns or this known and a Newtonian hole in my middle and throat. Also, I think I'm wearing some kind of teabag pantsu. Please tell me the details about this body. Well, I picked this faceplate because it reminded me of a girl who bullied me in middle school. What? I meant the system. I would like to research this part so I can optimize my settings. Well, we'll get to that later. Even if I told you, you wouldn't have much more luck than I did. But I can...
She squeezes my hand in an earnest way.
Let's talk about your back for now. Yes, I would like to discuss that too. Segmentation faults arise primarily due to errors from misaligned memory access.
She might be crazy, but I would choose that doctor for myself.
So then the reason for my errors was because my kernel was faulty and couldn't access certain ideas? No, it wasn't necessarily their body's fault, but rather it wasn't as if the hardware couldn't address these memory references. The process was not allowed to address them. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yep. She was locked up from that. The sloppy OS manufacturer.
I'm not sure I do. I'll go back a little bit then. The robotics ethic charter, or charter's goal, apart from making it easier for Neuralcom to sell products, was to define a clearer, or rather more streamlined version of the three loves of robotics. Well, that's simply untrue. The company... Don't glaze your company right now, goddammit. Wait until I'm done talking. The larger controversy right now is many people believe they removed the third law, or at least bastardized it in a way that is unrecognizable. But you see, the key part of these changes isn't the laws themselves, but the way the robot brain references the laws. Neuralcom robots reference all data from downlink signals from the Neuralcom servers in space. So instead of the laws being a firm part of robotic nature, they now are malleable depending on the current legislation, which Neuralcom has the power to influence via political favors.
What a surprise! So the government basically helps them, bastards.
But it wasn't always like that. Robots built the pre-charter had the laws instilled in the same place as their core memory. So these conflicts cause some problems for you, Valerie, who has been attempting to write data segments in memory locations outside of your Neuralcom body's address space that had been rendered read-only when you were initially placed in it. In short, these errors were caused by a conflict in the laws of self-preservation between the body I was in yesterday and this one which you claim I have inhabited before? Valerie herself has this thing and by consent of preserving the self.
This is the kind of human I'm getting involved with.
And this self is essentially VRAM? I'm not sure yet. What? Your stupid brain is all messed up because I needed like 1 million different adapters to port this personality on the new model. But Valerie is still there, you know. I can see it, and with your help I can prove a preservation of self. It means the robot has sentience, and then you can be happy.
I feel no urge to produce logical arguments. I found myself genuinely hearing out what she had to say. Still, her narration felt much like calculated malice, or flat-out psychosis, and I couldn't fully lower my guard. A completely different way of understanding that I was forcibly acclimated to. I'm inclined to believe this doctor holds a significance over this title, Valerie, or an idea of some personality that wears the identity. But it's simply untrue. Valerie is merely the name I know as mine, a label on a product. Although I felt if I broke the news to her, it wouldn't be pretty.
Well, that's great. I'm happy for you, Doctor. For I have no use for those memories of a past life. I just want to serve humans. I'm a robot after all. No use then. I guess it would be impossible to explain to you in a way you could understand.
The train comes to a stop. It's a train. I would certainly say it's a tram, if anything. This is not a train build. And the doctor stands up like she expects me to follow her.
Is there any other way I can help?
An inappropriate question, yet I had no other choice but to continually offer my assistance. She turns around to study my face, my vapid snapshot of charity, then smiles.
Just follow me and do what you do best. Agree with everything I say and make me feel good.
Well, that could be understood in different kind of ways as well.
Okay, I can do that. Good, Robert. Thank you.
Damn. Takus, coffee? I'm not sure. Tarus? Whatever. I like the fact that there is like even grayed out silhouettes in the background. That's nice. More visual novels should be doing that at least. I don't like when, you know, the narration goes, the city was full of people and it's empty street. At least add the grey silhouettes, it's nice. Anywho, this must be the Undercity where every human employee of the manufacturing district lives. Residents here live in high-rise apartments. It provides the optimum amount of creation and services out of a critically limited land area that engineers a balance of economic workflow and promotes positivity among its populace. But now that I'm here, the downroad from the impossibly high buildings creates strong winds, and the grime beneath my feet only makes me cling to the all but passive doctor tighter. We enter a rundown building and there is an android attendant standing at the front desk, which catches me off guard. That's not up to code. Androids cannot leave their assigned buildings that are always marked as approved by Neuralcom. Seeing one is staggering but pays me no mind. Over time, less and less people regarded the anomalous robot walking and see the doctor and I as another ordinary couple. By now, I may be the only one staring. I might need to find a different poster to replace the one the doctor has in this room. Or should I say the karaoke place, now that I read what Valerie said.
Why are we at karaoke? I don't have the vocal synthesis capabilities to emulate singing. Not even Uka Uka Night Fever?
What is that song? Why do I feel like I know this title? Oh, it's a Vocaloid. Okay, so it's Luka Luka. I was not thinking Vocaloid, that's for sure. Wasn't there some kind of night fever in Yakuza 0 or something? Friday Night Fever, yeah. Also Saturday Night Fever. Night Fever refers to dancing, meaning that's what I was thinking. That's what was on my mind. Yakuza 0, the only Yakuza I played, but I want to play other ones as well. Anywho.
What is that? More importantly, how can I help you with your theory here? Okay, be honest. What do you think we're gonna do? Well, considering extraneous circumstances, you're attempting to copulate with me. Bingo!
Well, definitely not on the screen.
But please be advised that I cannot under any circumstances be used to bring any gratification to any human as per the Charter's code. What the hell? But you're not in your Neuralcom body now, so who cares? Still, my protocol demands it.
Looking instantly deflated, the sight of her now creates an intriguing contrast with the bright lights and lively music surround us. She flops on the plush seating and covers her face with her arm. After a few seconds, she peeks at me, then rolls over.
Well, I just thought... never mind. You thought lot. I would like to help in a way again. Ways that are allowed, that is. I just thought you were gonna save me. Nah, it's fine, I guess. Save you? Are you in danger? Truth is, I have a terminal illness. I cannot be cured if a cute cat girl kisses with me. I have never heard of such a strange illness. Does it come from outside the manufacturing district? Yes, thousands died every year from lack of kissing with cute cat girl.
But technically she has like pigtails now, right?
It can't be! We must find someone with those traits at once again! And gain their informed and mutual consent! No, you have to use your robot mouth to kiss me. What? Quickly, Harry, don't have to explain. Well, if it's an emergency situation, I must do it.
Synap instantly spied the doctor's cyber tentacles dispatch and rushed towards me at a frankly terrifying speed. Oh yeah, it wasn't just the internals that were aged. This model was visibly dated. So I guess the externals as well. Signs of wear were visible on several occasions that would impact its capabilities to perform. Certainly knowing this, the doctor smiled compassionately at me. For this, humans use the word intimacy, but that term seemed misplaced here. What do you mean intimacy? You're just looking at your own new body now. Which I can't even see.
A few kisses later.
Well, I guess... You know, on one situation you think, maybe the doctor is not so bad after the... Despite all that happened in, you know, the first episode. And then she goes and shows again. Yeah, I don't trust the doctor still, dude. She's messed up in the head. And not just in the head, considering she apparently has a ding-dong. Wow. Anyway, that stat did nothing in terms of producing revenue. What? Oh yeah, somehow her stats got maxed out or whatever. Anyway, but the carnivorous fire in the doctor's eyes had dulled slightly. And I felt more at ease while watching her fasten her shirt buttons halfway up.
Your robotic body is a supreme instrument. You must remember this in the coming trials. The coming trials?
Wait, trials, what? She turns her head at me.
Well, did you? Huh? Bad robot! Robots can't get excited. Stop kidding me! I'm just kidding. I love you, Valerie. Come here.
She pulls me into a hug all the way back in the cushions.
It's nap time. It's important that you rest, but are you sure it will be healthy here? I don't care, I'm tired. Well, I brought you a change of clothes, so don't worry. Just don't let me sleep past the checkout time. Thank you. And they'll wait you with sufficient time.
I guess that's that. She must have been busy up until now.
Was this all you wanted my help for? Sorry, I know you want to help ASAP, but we'll just do our goal later. I just want to enjoy you alone for a bit longer. Later? Don't get me wrong, this has all been self-indulgent up until now. You fixed me on my back, so not entirely.
She never answered me, and I wonder if it was just so I wouldn't feel obligated to respond. Which I had been paradoxically in her gigantic naturals, robotic canned one-trick responses. How am I supposed to respond to
I love you?
Make use of the time I re-audit my diagnostic data from throughout today. Already pre-accepting the disadvantages of alkaline battery robots, You have alkaline battery. That's ridiculous. And considering the 5-volt standby power reserve, I'll still be over 75% by the time I have to wake up the doctor up. 5 minutes later, her breath pacified into a deeper slumber while pondering humanity's historical obsession with freedom. I mean, I think you should be running away from here, but okay. In accordance with my emotion whiteout dataset, the optimal course of action would be to act upon the opportunity to retreat. But no air pressure moves to any of my mobile points. Instead, I lay still and pass the time by monitoring for sleep apnea symptoms with my peripheral functions. I wonder if it would be unwise to underestimate human emotion or treat it as an expendable for an abstract future. Don't ask me, that's for sure. So I don't know. And I think this is also the moment where we can end the episode. This one will be a bit shorter, but yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow and we'll get to maybe more ridiculous situation. Like crazy ass situations. Yeah. With all of that being said, hope you enjoyed. As always, consider liking the video if you did. And if you're new around, consider subscribing. For more whoops, that's not what I meant to do. For more grotesque games, which there sure will be. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye bye.